So I came to the plant, I opened all of the old leaves and just looked at this new leaf and I was like, no way! Woo! So I was really excited. I'm a bit crazy about new growth. Whenever I see that my plants are happy, I'm like,
Svetlana, the firefly in the room.
Hello houseplant friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Svetlana and I feel the Christmas spirit, guys. Today actually is snowing so nicely outside. I'm sitting in front of the window and I can see huge snowflakes falling so slowly to the ground, and oh my gosh, guys, Christmas is on the way. Happy time, you know, family time is on the way, and I hope that many of you, hopefully all of you, will be able to spend such beautiful days with your family members, with your friends, because it's so cozy. I am wearing my cozy pants. Let's talk about the inside of my apartment, because oh my gosh, guys, even though it's winter behind this window, my plants don't give a damn. I mean, there are some plants who it feels that they feel the winter, they stopped growing, they stopped doing anything, they're just trying to survive the dark, you know, days here. But some of my plants, they don't really care, guys, they don't give a damn. I'm so into it. So today I will share top 20 plants that are growing in winter like crazy. If you're like me and you really miss green life outside your apartment and you want a lot of greenery inside and you want to feel this growing sense, you want to see something living, growing and doing something, these plants that I will show you today are perfect for the winter growing lover. I mean, you love them. Okay, so without further ado, let's do it. So this is my Sansevieria moonshine right now. Actually, since it's not that bright in my apartment, it started not to be this silvery. It gets a little bit more green and I totally understand it. I need to think about the new spot for this and I need to clean the dust out of it. But guys, even though it's not looking right now its best, on the summer it looks so much happier, but guys, look, one new growth, another one. This is actually one of my most favorite Sansevierias because just look at it. I love the shape, I love the color, and I love the new growth because oh my gosh, it looks so cute. Actually, in today's video I will show you a lot of Sansevierias since they're just growing right now for some reason. So, okay, next let's go to another Sansevieria. This is Sansevieria bird nest. I have a couple of these and each of them are showing off new growth, new leaves are coming. They're a little bit thinner than the ones that are coming on summer, right? But they're still coming. I mean, it's cute. I love this tiny, you know, and it looks like a pineapple. It would look perfectly in a pineapple shaped pot, wouldn't it? Beautiful. Next, I will show you my variegated Monstera, guys, because I wouldn't believe that I already will show you new growth, but it is what it is. So if you don't know, my another variegated Monstera got thrips, so I'm still fighting with those. But another one from my sister, just look at it, guys. The new tiny leaf is on the way and I'm so excited. I am trying to give it the best care. It stands over here just next to my diffuser and under my growing light. It's just showing me that she's fine. She's loving in here and I'm so excited. Just look at this tiny leaf. I cannot wait for more bigger leaves. Obviously, I will need to wait for those, but even to see this tiny baby, it's just so rewarding, guys. It feels so good. Okay, enough about this baby. I could talk and talk about it, you know. Just like I said, I'll have a lot of Sansevierias. So this is my veil fin Sansevieria. It's pretty big, it's swirly for some reason. And actually the first baby that it gave me last spring, this spring. I mean, in spring of 2020, okay? So the baby was swirling as well. So I cannot wait to see this baby to grow huge and show me how he will grow, because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's possible, but maybe somewhere in genetics of this Sansevieria is some curly genes. I don't know, it just looks cool, isn't it? It's not even a year since it gave me another baby and she's pregnant again. I mean, I think it's a pretty good sign that she's happy, isn't it? So, oh my gosh, it looks so cute and I cannot wait to see it. I love that the babies are purple, burgundish colors. It looks awesome. Cannot wait to see what's happening. Oh, so rewarding. Okay, next, let's talk about my rescued plant. So this is my Euphorbia Trigona. If you are a little bit longer on my channel, you will remember it. I rescued it from the garbage containers actually, I think over a year ago. But guys, it was standing in this pot for 1.5 years and doing nothing. So what happened? I found it as cuttings, couple branches, long branches of this euphorbia. So I took them home, I cut them in several parts and put all of them in one pot with a soil. No water propagation, no, just directly in the soil. And it stood there for 1.5 years and did nothing. And I was worried, maybe it's not growing the roots, maybe something wrong, but it wasn't squishy, it wasn't, you know, it just stood, but it was alive. So I let it be, you know. And this autumn it started to grow new tiny leaves and I was like, okay, something is about to happen. And guys, look at all of this new growth. Oh my gosh, how exciting is it? And here you can see the old parts that I cut, right? But the new growth is so much more thick and the new leaves look so cute. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited because it's a beautiful plant. My grandma has a huge 2 meters long tree, so I cannot wait for it to grow bushy and look very deserty, because do you need a desert vibe? Just look at it. Perfect. Then let's talk about my cactus. I know it's weird for cacti to grow in the winter, but this one, I mean, it doesn't care. So this is actually opuntias or prickly pear cacti. I got it from one of you. You sent me via mail. Thank you, Milena. As you can tell, it's happy. What I did, it actually had couple branches that were very long and very dwarky looking, and it wasn't, you know, the best one looking. So I just cut them off, and finally I can see new growth on every single one of them. So in here, okay, I touched it. So over here, just look at those tiny babies. It wasn't looking the best as well, and I was, you know, I was doubting, will it be okay or not, because it was a little bit squishy when I got them. So I thought it's not the best looking plant. But guys, I'm so excited for it to grow, because actually over there I have another prickly pear opuntia and it's huge. It's from the cypress and it's already almost 1 meter long. So can't wait for it to see how this one grows. And then let's talk about the weird plants. So I have this, I think this is Albucas Perales. This is actually from the same package as this opuntia, and I got this tiny onion looking thing without the new growth, and it stood there for a couple months and I was not sure, is it alive, is something happening with it? But it was always, you know, thick and juicy, so I just let it be, watered it once a week and, you know, just waited for something. And then bam! Finally those tiny onion looking things started to grow, and I cannot wait because this plant leaves will be swirling, so it will look so cute. This is exciting, right? Isn't it? I think it is. Okay. Let's talk about a couple another sansevierias. So here I have my Sansevieria kirkii, and as you can tell by the color, this leaf is the newest one and it came about a month ago and it just keeps on coming, and I actually can already see a tip of a new one. So this is actually really cool looking Sansevieria. I have the same Sansevieria kirkii but in copper tone. I'm looking at it right now and it's looking even better than it did in the summers, because in summer actually they are growing in terracotta pots and they dry out so quickly and they would immediately turn, you know, wrinkly and thin, and whenever I water them they once again and bouncy. You know, so right now when they're not drying out so quickly, actually one interesting tip, Sansevierias love to be watered during winter. I know, what? But actually, a couple ladies that I talked with who had a lot of sansevierias, both of them said that sansevierias love being watered during winter. So if you think that maybe during the winter you don't need to water them as often, but guys, I water mine twice a month and they're loving the life. So just the tip over there, you know, for you guys. Okay, next let's go to another dorky looking plant. So in here I have my Adenium obesum, and it's not looking the best, I know. Actually, I was working at one office as a transport manager, and I was working with my boyfriend, and we started to work in a very nice company. And in this company we were extremely happy to start our careers because it's pretty, you know, fancy, great salary, everything is awesome. But the people who works in there, like, oh my gosh, guys, you don't need to see all of those bullies, you know. So I think after a couple weeks my boyfriend just got fired without any explanation. So we remember just came together to the work, you know, casual work day, and during via Skype our boss just writes my boyfriend, "You're fired." And my boyfriend was like, what the hell? And he's like, you know what our boss said why he is firing my boyfriend? Because he did not ask enough questions. What? I mean, after a week I left as well. So I left proudly and I bought this beautiful Adenium. Oh my gosh, rocket! It was all bushy and looking like a beautiful tree. But then spider mites attacked it, so I had to cut off all of the tops, and right now finally decided to grow new leaves. So I cannot wait for all the branches to come out, because I see some tiny ones coming from different parts of this plant. And oh my gosh, it just looks like a real tree, isn't it? I love this plant, and it just reminds me of those times when I was cool enough just to leave the work because I could. So you know, oh, those good times. So right now let's talk about another sansevieria. This is actually my second sansevieria that I rescued. Actually, this one took about, I think, about 1.5, maybe 2 years to happen. So there was only this leaf standing in water for at least half of the year, and then finally I saw a new baby leaf coming, and it was this one, tiny leaf. Then came this one, which one is a little bit thicker, a little bit longer, and right now I can see another one coming, and it's a little bit more variegated, which is really beautiful. And I can already see that this one will be even more thick, you know. And I feel so proud because I saved this one leaf and right now it's full plant. And oh my gosh, this is so rewarding to see rescued plants bounce back and give the best for you, you know? So this is really exciting. Since we're still talking about sansevierias, I have a bunch of them. Let me show you another one. This is actually my first ever rescued sansevieria. So here you can see those leaves that I had. I think I took only one leaf, to be honest, but it was long leaf, like 2 meters long. So I cut it in this size parts, you know, all the way through, and I had 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 or 6 parts of one leaf, and I put them directly in the soil. And voila, look at this full plant that's coming to life. At first I got this, you know, as per usual, very thin, tiny leaves, and that was the first part of every single cutting, giving me a couple of these. And right now I can see more variegated, more white ones coming. So these are the second ones, and they will be even longer, even taller. So guys, how exciting is this? It was standing in the soil as well for at least half of the year and doing nothing. And once again, I thought that this experiment is a fail because this was one of my first ever sansevierias. But nope, it's growing, it's happy, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So excited, guys, look at this bush. I made it! I made it! Woo! Okay, another sansevieria, okay? Please don't be mad. So this one actually was from a discount section in a big box store, and this was €2. So there were only 3 leaves, these ones, right? And I bought it in the same shop that I made a tour of. It's a huge, beautiful big box store. I will leave a link over here if you want to check this out. It's a very beautiful tour filled with beautiful and cheap plants, so you can check this out. But this is the plant from that same store, and oh my gosh, guys, finally it's giving me new growth. I kept it for here as well for I think at least a year, and only this summer it started to grow new leaves, and as per usual the first ones are pretty thin, but I love that they still have that yellow edge. Oh my gosh, looks really cute. And finally another leaves are on the way. Sansevierias are so easy to grow, but they're so slow. So if you don't have patience just like me, you'll be struggling, because I would come and check on my Sansevierias every single day when I would propagate them, and that's not the best thing to do because they're so slow, and most of the time I'll just be disappointed because nothing happened. But anyway, finally it's happening, so it's worth the wait, but keep it in mind, they're really slow. Okay, right now let's go to a trailing plant. So this is Pothos Enjoy, and actually I wasn't a big fan of this plant for I think at least 2 years, because when I had it I put it on this wall on the shelf on the very top, and it did not get enough sunlight. So it's my fault, I wasn't putting it in the best spots. Right now it's standing in my kitchen on the shelf, and guys, look at this, there's so much new growth. You can see it's a little bit more brighter, and the variegation on every single leaf is so unique, so beautiful. Finally it's growing back, and oh my gosh, I just love to look at all those new fresh new leaves, and finally it looks a little bit more bushy and happy. Okay, let's talk about another rescue. So here in the corner you can see my aloe. Do you remember I rescued it I think about a couple months ago? It was actually on the top of a garbage container on the lid, so somebody when was throwing it out, they still wanted to give this plant a chance and did not throw it into garbage container, but just put it on the lid, you know. And I actually captured, and I have full video with the footage how I found it, and I will leave a link for this video over here if you want to see how I rescued it. And it was huge, it had no roots, it was only a cutting. Let me take it. So look at it, guys, it's growing. I'm so excited. Actually it had some, you know, rough times, I'm not going to lie. While it still did not have roots and the heating season started in my apartment, some of the edges turned a little bit brown, but all in all, guys, you can see that there is new growth happening, because the top of this plant is a little bit more brighter green, so it shows that it's a new fresh growth. And I just love how this looks. Oh my gosh, it looks like some kind of monster, or it reminds me of this pirate from the Pirates of the Caribbean that looked like an octopus. You know what I'm talking about, right? Next, let's talk about this beautiful Sansevieria. This is actually my boyfriend decided to take this plant for him. Actually, I got it and we were arguing with my boyfriend so much because he did not want to buy it because it's huge. It's enormous, and he was like, where you will put it? And I was like, I don't know, but I need it. So I got it, and then after a couple of weeks my boyfriend just kept looking into it, and he was like, okay, I love this plant, this one is my favorite, this is mine now. So this is my boyfriend plants now, and guys, it's growing so much new growth. You can see over here, it's a new leaf, you see it? So cute. This one is a new leaf, this one right here is a new leaf, so new tiny babies are coming from the middle of the pot, and it looks so exciting, so beautiful. So it just don't stop growing. This is the Sansevieria actually that never stopped growing for me. I have it for a year right now, I think, around, no, it's a little bit less, maybe half of the year for sure, and it just keeps on pushing new leaves, new growth, like, I don't know, it's happy, guys. It's really happy, and I'm so excited. So yes, this is a really happy plant. Okay, let's talk about another really big and happy plant. So over here put a footage of my beautiful Monstera. This is actually my largest Monstera in collection. I also rescued it from a discount section in another houseplant nursery, and it was only 20 euros, so it's around 22 bucks. And it was with cut off tops, so there were no tops on each of this plant, and it was struggling. It was overwatered, it had a huge root rot, so I rescued it, and it's growing in leca balls. Actually, it's my experiment that's, I think it's going for 2 years now almost, and it's happy, it's growing new leaves. And when I was expecting it the least, because right now it's so dark in that room that it's standing, the new leaf is coming, guys. And I remember I only noticed it yesterday, and that's when I decided to make this video. So I was walking by yesterday, you know, I'm working at home, so I was walking from the computer to the toilet, and I was just casually walking, and you know, just take a glance at this Monstera, and I was like, what? So I came to the plant, I opened all of the old leaves and just looked at this new leaf, and I was like, no way! Woo! So I was really excited. I'm a bit crazy about new growth. Whenever I see that my plants are happy, I'm like, But yes, I'm really happy about it. And let's talk about another one that you don't see in here. Actually, it's standing in here on my shelf, and it's a long string of hearts. And guys, it just can't stop growing. I would love for it to stop growing during the winter, because the space between the nodes is pretty long and I don't want that. So I just keep on cutting them off, but it just keeps on coming back and growing again. Like, don't stop. But nope, they want to grow, and you know, I cannot do anything about it. I tried, but I cannot. It just wants to grow, so thumbs up for this one. You know? Right now, let's talk about another Sansevieria. It's almost a Sansevieria haul in here. I'm sorry if you don't like Sansevierias, but I have a couple of them left. So this is my Sansevieria Metallica, and it's... I think I have this one for about a year right now, and oh my gosh, guys, finally it started to show me more growth. Actually, this summer it grew a couple these long leaves. Just like I said, every single time when the new leaves comes in this apartment, they are pretty thin. But this one started to come about a month ago, and guys, I heard some people saying that the new leaves might come completely green on these plants because they tend to lose the variegation. But not this one, guys. Even though it's standing in a pretty dark shelf, it just keeps on coming, keeps on growing new leaves, and I'm so happy. I mean, look at this newest leaf. I love this white edge on every single side. Oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful plant, and I love this, you know, a little bit more bright color. So this is actually one of the most beautiful Sansevierias in my collection, I think. And just to see it thrive and grow new leaves, it just feels amazing, guys. I love it, and I love it in this beautiful turquoise looking plant, right? Chef's kiss. Love it. I love you. So not that many plants are left, so stay strong. We're almost there. So I also have to share my beautiful Epipremnum pinnatum. This is actually, it's a little bit thirsty right now, so sorry about it, but I cut off all of the branches it had for a plant swap with Vea. And it was about a month ago, and I thought that nothing will happen with it until, you know, spring, but nope! It started to grow new growth on every single branch. So on every single node I can see tiny leaf coming. And this is so exciting to find, guys, not going to lie. Really exciting. And last but not least, another one, Sansevieria. This is Sansevieria Trifestiata, and I love it. Sorry, I love this one in this pot, and it was actually in here. As you can tell, sometimes I tend to underwater this one because I'm so afraid to overwater it, because it's in a pretty thick pot and it's made out of clay, but it's not that airy, you know? Can you see all of the new growth coming? From every single side there are new leaves. So this one is really happy, guys. Just look at this, how bushy it looks, and it just looks beautiful, isn't it? It's such a centerpiece, it's such a showstopper. Oh my gosh, if you would put it everywhere, on the table, on some kind of corner, on the stairs, somewhere, whenever you will put it, it will look fascinating, beautiful, amazing. This is my plant number 20, I think I did not miss anything, right? And also this beautiful Monstera is growing as well. Yeah, but I talked about it already in a couple of my videos. Okay guys, I was talking a lot, actually my throat hurts a little bit, so it's time for another hot beverage. But yeah, this is it for today's video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little growth update, because it was so much fun to make, because every single plant in this haul makes me extremely happy. And I just love the vibe of the new growth and new life, So yeah, this is it. I won't take any of your time anymore. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to like this video, to comment something. And I will see you in my next one. Bye!